This project is titled the 9 of Me project. For this project, you will be using the photo editor. With this project, you're going to be able to create a brand new picture by cropping yourself out of a picture and then applying filters. So the first step will be to create your picture. So you're going to go to File, New, Blank File. Let's go ahead and name this 9 of Me. We're not going to change anything here. Now what we want to remember is we deal with inches, not pixels. We're going to make this a 6-inch wide by 7.5 height. And the resolution is going to be 300. We're going to keep the color mode RGB color, notice there are other options. And we want a white background. Again, other options. We will be using other options with later exercises. So with all this set up, 6 by 7.5 inches, we're going to go ahead and click OK. Notice that this is now showing in our photo bin. The next step is you're going to go find a picture of yourself. I'm going to go ahead and reuse a picture of the graduate. And what we're going to do is we are going to crop the person out, gathering mainly just the head and shoulders. And again, we can use one of two tools. We can either use our lasso. The magnetic lasso is what I prefer. However, you can also use your quick selection. I like the magnetic lasso because I like to grab the edges. It just runs it along the edges. As with anything, might be an error, but that's okay. We can fix that later. This is just a quick way to grab an area. And there we have our little marching ants. Just to fine tune it a bit, we'll put this on the plus side. And let's go ahead and delete what I do not need anymore. So again, I'm going to choose the lasso. So make sure it's on subtract because I want this taken out. And I've got just a couple of things to fine tune. Remember, if you wanted to use that quick selection tool, you could have. Again, it's all a matter of preference. Most of the options that you use with Photoshop has more than one way that you can perform a task. That's what's nice about Photoshop. And this does not have to be perfect. I want to make sure you can see your face pretty clearly. And that's pretty good. Okay, now, doesn't have to be perfect. Again, I'm going to make it just smaller, shows about what we got. Okay, now, if you notice that right now my tool options are still showing, so what I want to do is I want to show my photo bin. Now remember in a previous exercise, the introduction exercise, in fact, I told you that once you have done a task, you want to go ahead and click on your Move tool. And that basically sets it. And if you notice when it sets, it now has not only the marching ants around your selection, but it also has your rectangular area that is highlighted. So now that my new Move tool, again showing my photo bin, I'm going to click on this gentleman's face and I'm going to pull it down to my document that I created earlier. So now, the name of this project is called 9 of Me, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to create 9 of this person. Now, ideally, 9 would be 3 rows of 3, so I'm going to guesstimate how many I could fit across. So I could probably fit 3 of this guy across. And again, it doesn't have to be exact, but I'm going to go ahead so I don't have to keep resizing. I am going to use my rectangular tool, highlight whatever size I just chose, and I'm going to edit, copy, merge. Now the reason why I'm choosing copy merge is when I used my move tool and pulled it down originally, that was my first copy. So after the first copy, you always use copy merged. Okay, so that is my desired height and width that I would like to use. And I just hit edit, copy, merge. So now I can paste it. And again, once a task has been completed, I can go to my move tool. And even though it doesn't seem like there's two here, there are two. Okay, and if you would like to see what the layers look like, here we go. I've got my background, here's my layer 1, and my layer 2, which I just pasted. And I'm going to keep on hitting edit paste till I get 9 of me. Edit paste, edit paste, edit paste. Oops, undo paste, edit paste. And it doesn't have to be perfect. Edit paste, and one more. And there we have 9. And just to verify that, you can see it says layer 9 over here on the right. Okay, now I'm just going to kind of straighten it up a little bit. Again, like I said earlier, it does not have to be perfect. You can make your own designs. I'll show you that in just a minute. But I do like some sort of order. Okay, now, notice that when I do click again, and whenever I click on one of my layers, notice that it does change as I click over here. It does have the area highlighted. Okay, it's got a little rectangular area. Notice that I can, if I wanted to, notice what my mouse looks like when I get to the corner. It goes to an arc. I could click on it and kind of tilt it a little bit if I wanted to, and check it when I'm done. So maybe I want to go ahead and turn this one upside down, or this one I want to turn. Have a little bit of fun with your picture. You should have taken pictures or scanned or something into your drive. Or, of course, you could do this if your teacher wants with pictures that you may have gotten to the web or created earlier. Okay, I mean, even if you wanted to turn yourself completely upside down, you can do that yourself. Okay, the next thing we want to do, actually, I'm going to turn this back around so you can see everything. And turn them up and check mark. Okay, the next thing we want to do is we want to apply filters. Now, again, you do this one at a time. One thing I do want to show you real quick, notice here you have your color area. This is your swatch area. If I want to change colors, my favorite color is blue. So I'm going to put it on blue just to show you what's going to happen. I'm going to hit OK. Notice the white and blue. If I were to ever need to switch the foreground and the background, white is currently the background, and now it's white. Blue's now the background, and back and forth like that if you ever needed to switch back and forth. Okay, so now what I want to do on each individual one, I'm going to apply a different filter. And this is how we're going to do it. We're going to use something called the filter gallery. So with the first one, layer 1, as you can see over here, layer 1 highlighted, I'm going to go to filter and filter gallery. Okay, and here we go. So notice that we have 6 different categories. The first one is my artistic, and notice when I click on, different things appear. What I want you to do is I want you to choose a different one for each, kind of like the plastic wrap. I want you, there's my neon glow. I also like this cutout. So I'm going to click OK. And there's my cutout. Okay. I'm going to click this guy. I'm going to do filter, filter gallery. I'm going to close up my artistic, and now I'm going to go to brush strokes. So now I can get into here. See which one I like the best. Notice that I do have these bars over here, slider bars, that I can change if I want to get in and see what can happen with each one. I'm going to do this one. Okay, I'm going to go notice that each one will be different. Filter, filter gallery. Again, I'm going to change the brush strokes. Go to distort. And go to diffuse, glass, ocean ripple. I'm going to do my glass. Okay, next one. Filter, filter gallery. Close up distort. Again, we have 9 of you. So what I want everybody to do is at least choose one from the first 6 and then go back and change up as you desire. Okay, there's my note paper. I shall do that one next. Filter, filter gallery. Change up sketch, go to stylize, and there is only one in this one. So let's try that one. Filter, filter gallery. Go to texture. There we go. Now something different. Okay, notice the cells on this, these little boxes, these little shapes can be changed. Notice how it changes. Completely changes the look. Okay. And now we have this, and I can go back in and go back to previous. Chrome looking. It's a neat one. I have 2 left. There's that one. Okay, let's go back up to artistic. And last but not least, there we go. And there you have it, your 9 of me project.